Hello, this is Coach Tamara from Wealthy Woman Every Day. I am so glad that you are enjoying these beautiful success stories. I would also love to give your business some free visibility so I can feature you on my podcast as well as in my upcoming book. If you go to wealthywomaneveryday.com/spotlight, you'll also find a link on this podcast episode. So go ahead, let's get your business visible and enjoy the rest of the success story interviews. Bye for now. Hey there, this is Coach Tamara. I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful that you want to be a part of my podcast and my book. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get started with all of that. And I just wanted to suggest possibly even working together in a bigger way because there is so much possibility to get your work so much visibility. And I just want to go over a couple of slides with you to show you what I'm talking about. And you let me know if that would be something that you're interested in. So I'm going to try and go through this very quickly because I know everybody's very busy. So let's get started here. So anyway, a little bit about me. I have a background as an educator, but I also have a marketing background. And I've actually been promoting women business owners since 2001. I have a strong skill set in marketing and promotion. I've won competitions. I've been a judge for marketing competitions. I've had a radio commercial. So I just want to give you the background here that I definitely know how to get your work noticed. So what I'm doing here is there's a couple extra opportunities for you if you're interested in. So I'm writing this amazing book and the podcast, and I've heard, some really beautiful women-owned businesses. And I thought, I really want to get their work out there in a bigger way. And so I have another promotional program. You're definitely going on my podcast and my book for free. That's absolute happening. I just want to see if this might be something that you're interested in because it's giving a lot of my clients major visibility and attention to their work. So okay, so first let's get started on the actual masterclass, and then we'll talk about the additional visibility, the free visibility in my book and on my podcast, and then how you can get in touch to learn more about promoting your business in a very massive way that will give you tons of visibility, even if you don't have a following of your own. But the first thing I want to do is let's tackle this beautiful masterclass where you will learn a lot about how you can go about getting visibility for your business. So this masterclass is called Massive Visibility Without a Following: 3 Ways Women Entrepreneurs Get Seen. And I'm also going to do a special focus on my success story clients and where you can find their work because these are amazing women. So again, I am Coach Tamara. I'm the founder and CEO of Wealthy Woman Every Day. And my whole goal is that every woman should try and do things that uplift her to be a wealthy woman every day because this is all mindset stuff and it really makes a difference. So how you hold yourself in your daily days have a huge effect on the success of your business and in every area of your life. So remember to be a wealthy woman every day. That's my little catchphrase. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is start with a question. Okay, how many brilliant women entrepreneurs do you know who are doing incredible work, but hardly anyone knows they exist, right? The truth is that visibility is often the missing piece between a powerful business and a thriving business. And here's something that surprises most people. You actually don't need a large following to become visible. In fact, many women entrepreneurs gain massive visibility before they ever build an audience. And I am a case in point, and I will share a little bit later with you about that. So today I'm going to show you exactly how that happens. So again, this is a little bit about me. I kind of already gave you an intro, but my biggest thing is I want women to succeed. I want them to be great role models for their daughters, their sisters, their mothers, their aunts. Let's start a movement and become powerful, happy, beautiful women that are paid well and are and are seen for the work that you are doing, that we are all doing. So anyway, I have so much background in promoting women business owners, well versed in this subject, and I have been doing it since 2001. And you can read this a little bit more about me. You can go to my main website, which is wealthywomaneveryday.com, and find out all of the goodies there that are on that site. But for now, let's just focus on this class. So there's one thing I've discovered over the years is that many brilliant women believe they need a large audience before they can become visible. And it's actually the opposite. Visibility often comes before the actual audience, right? So a few years ago, I noticed something that really stayed with me. I was meeting so many brilliant women. They were doing powerful work in the world and nobody knew they existed. And I, like I said, was one of those women. You know, coaches, authors, service providers, any experts in certain fields, you know, relationship, money focus, health focus. They all had incredible knowledge and they truly did want to help people, but they were struggling with the visibility piece. And it wasn't because they weren't talented, and it wasn't because their work wasn't valuable. Their work is amazingly valuable, but simply because they didn't have the platforms or opportunities to be seen. And that realization led me to create something that has become a big part of my mission. And I began hosting professional interviews, creating visibility opportunities, and just showcasing women entrepreneurs and sharing their expertise and their stories. And those conversations that we had turned into very powerful interviews, podcast features, and expert spotlights where women could step into the visibility in a very meaningful way. And this is my heart's work. And so when women were given the opportunity to be seen and share their voice, their confidence grew, their credibility grew, new connections and opportunities began opening for them. And that is exactly why visibility matters so much. Because sometimes the only thing standing between someone's brilliance and their success is simply the opportunity to be seen. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about number one, how women entrepreneurs can gain massive visibility even without a large audience or social following by leveraging strategic authority platforms. Then we're going to talk about 3 proven strategies to get seen through authority platforms like podcasts, expert interviews, media features, and collaborations. Then, finally, we're going to show the client interview success stories that reveal how visibility builds credibility, expands reach, and opens doors to opportunities for growing businesses. So here's the visibility myth. Before we dive into the strategies, I just want to talk about something that keeps many women entrepreneurs stuck, and it's a belief that sounds like this. I'll focus on visibility once I grow my audience. And so many entrepreneurs actually believe they must first post every single day on social media, grow thousands of followers, constantly chase the algorithm before anyone will take them seriously, right? Are we all just in the same boat there and overwhelmed by all the platforms that we're supposed to post on, go live on, all of the things? It's just so overwhelming, and a lot of that stops women in their track, right? But here's the reality. Social media is often the slowest path to authority visibility. And that authority piece is extremely important. So the women who grow visibility faster usually do something very different. They step onto platforms where audiences already exist. Instead of trying to build attention from scratch, they position themselves where people are already paying attention. This is exactly how I grew my audience. It was amazing. I had no following. I still have a very small following. And I just felt so overwhelmed by all the things that I was supposed to do. I just froze. I just couldn't go forward. And I wound up choosing a totally different path where I did the whole pay to play, worked with influencers, got my work in front of their already established audience of millions of women business owners. And it was so amazing to me that I was able to make more money than I ever had in the least amount of time I ever invested in my business, and with joy and ease. It was like, I was just amazed by it. When I realized that it was working for me and there was another way to gain visibility, I created a promotional program that is just amazing. And it's the best fit for women who feel so overwhelmed by all of the things they're supposed to do to get their work seen, and it shortcuts it and quantum leaps it, and it gives them peace of mind and takes away the overwhelm, and they get that visibility like they've never gotten before. So I'll share more with you later, but I just wanted to share my story that I am very similar to probably many of you that feel so overwhelmed by all the ways that you're supposed to go online and get that visibility. There are shortcuts. Okay, so let me continue on here. So the first strategy, like I was just saying, is borrow other people's audiences. This is how I grew my business, and it was the best thing I ever did for myself. So basically, you just step into platforms that are already established. You work with like-minded business owners that have the same audience that your work focuses on, and you get introduced to that audience as an expert. Here's some examples. You can do podcast interviews. You can do expert roundtables, collaborative live streams, guest expert articles, joint masterclasses, online summits. And so when you step into someone else's platform as a guest expert, something powerful happens. You are no longer just another social media post. You are being introduced as an authority, and that instantly elevates your credibility. And instead of slowly building attention from zero, you are being seen by audiences who are already engaged. And it is the best thing that has ever happened, and I highly recommend it. You can do paid opportunities to collaborate with others. There's plenty of free opportunities as well, but the whole gist of this is get in front of other people's audiences instead of trying to build your own from scratch. Still build your own audience, no doubt. That's valuable. But while you're, especially in the beginning, because there's so much you need to do to create your business, make it a little bit easier on yourself, please, and connect with like-minded women business owners and cross promote, share, get in front of their audiences. It's amazing what you can accomplish. Okay, so strategy number 2 is authority positioning. So that visibility piece alone is absolutely helpful, but visibility combined with authority positioning is far more powerful. So the authority positioning happens when people discover you through platforms that signal expertise. Examples again, podcast interviews, expert features, media articles, business profiles, collaborative expert panels. There is a crossover, as you might see, to many of these things, but that is because they're very strategic and they work. So when someone hears you interviewed or reads an expert feature about your work, the perception shifts immediately. Instead of seeing you as someone trying to get attention, they see you as someone worthy of attention, and that creates trust much faster. So I have a client that our company created a featured business profile article for her. It was so amazing. She put it out there, got it on LinkedIn. It positioned her as such an authority that she gained 2 new clients immediately, and she uses it sort of like a portfolio when she wants to present it, the press kit and the article, when she wants to collaborate, whether on podcasts or on stages, she uses that to show what kind of expert she is and the authority she has, and it has helped her get a lot of new collaborative gigs and events and collaborations. So that authority piece is huge. So there, things like a featured business profile article, something my company does and does it beautifully, is one of those things that can help you with that. And then strategy 3 is the strategic placement instead of just content hustle. So many entrepreneurs believe visibility requires posting constantly, but a single strong placement can often create more exposure than weeks of social media. Examples: a podcast interview can reach thousands of listeners And over time, it just continues, right? An expert article, like I was just sharing with my client that we did, she had amazing results. We do this for all of our clients and they have amazing results. But she created a testimonial and I wanted to share that with you. So an expert article can position you as a trusted authority in such a big way. A collaborative event can introduce you to new audiences. So that visibility is not about being everywhere. It's about being seen in the right places. It's really about, zoning in and making yourself such a well-known expert, not in a million places, but only in a few, because that is going to start to build your brand and authority. And what I really want to share with you is my clients, they're amazing. So part of my promotional program that we do is I interview these amazing business owners, and these women will share not only their expertise and how they help others and transform lives, but we go into their journey of how they built their business, their success story. What hurdles did they have to overcome? What strategies and tips work best for them? I highly encourage you to please check out, listen to them, watch them. You will learn so much. Their stories are so inspiring, and it is definitely something that will help you with your business because you will gain so much knowledge from people that have already gone through some of the things maybe that you're just encountering, right? So one of the things I'm most passionate about is helping women entrepreneurs step into visibility and share their expertise with the world. And like I was saying, over the years, I've had the privilege of conducting these professional interviews with women business owners who share their stories, their knowledge, and the impact that they are creating. And these women deserve to be seen and celebrated. And so I created a dedicated success stories page where you can explore their interviews and work with them. These women are so talented at what they are doing that you will listen to their interview, feel like they're your best friend, and realize, wow, she can really help me build my own business. There are women that I have interviewed from every different type of business you can imagine. So I highly encourage you to check it out. My podcast has tremendous popularity. It has improved its growth just recently with 161% increase. It's a rapidly popular podcast. So it's Wealthy Woman Every Day. And then you go /success-stories, and you can go ahead and either listen or watch these beautiful interviews. And also on that page, you'll find, like I said, the podcast and video interviews featuring these women from many different industries and sharing their expertise and their journeys. And I didn't want to just spotlight just a few because they're all amazing. So go listen to them in your spare time. Go on a fitness walk and put on some earbuds and listen to the podcast because they are so inspiring. And the free podcast compilation that you get to be a part of, you will also be included, obviously, on my podcast as well, and in my upcoming books. So, and like I was saying, you might discover someone whose message resonates with you and whose work inspires you to, step forward and maybe work with them or just learn a strategy that helps your business. And that visibility becomes even more powerful when women support each other and elevate each other, right? So I highly encourage you to check it out. You will love it. So, okay, so wrapping up, I just want to leave you with this thought. Visibility is not about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being strategically positioned where the right people can discover you. So you don't have to get visibility all over the different places. You want to be very strategic about it and make sure you're sharing your message with the actual people that you're meant to serve and bless with the work that you're doing. And so when that happens, everything begins to shift because people start recognizing your expertise, the new opportunities begin to open, and your work starts reaching the people who truly need it. If stepping into greater visibility feels aligned for you, please go ahead and let's get you on a call. We'll continue the conversation. This is where you can schedule that call, you go to wealthywomaneveryday.com/spotlight, fill out this quick little form. This will secure your placement for the free feature in my upcoming book, as well as on the special compilation podcast episode. And then if it feels like the right fit, I will also introduce you to my visibility platform program called Spotlight on Your Success. This is a major promotional visibility program. It's all done for you, so you don't have to do anything except the interview with me, and we do everything else. So I will share how I help entrepreneurs have opportunities to be promoted through interviews and expert features, media, influencer collaborations, TV, strategic authority, visibility across the board. So the goal is simple. I just want to help more women entrepreneurs be seen, recognized, and supported in sharing their work with the world. And I also created a resource for you. So once you book your call, I will also send you out a PDF. It's called the Visibility Placement Guide for Women Entrepreneurs. And this is something that you can have. It includes 100 platforms and opportunities where you can go ahead and explore your own interviews and collaborations, media features, and authority placements. You know, if you want to do it yourself, this is such a great guide, and it's a gift from me to you. It will definitely be helpful for you. So I just want to again say thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this masterclass gave you a new perspective on what visibility can look like for your business. And please keep in mind, you do not need a massive following to begin being seen. You simply need the right opportunities and the courage to step into them. And the world truly needs the work you are here to share. So please share it. And again, thank you so much for being here today. And I look forward to meeting you on a call. So that is it for now. Thank you. Bye for now. Hello, this is Coach Tamara from Wealthy Woman Every Day. I am so glad that you are enjoying these beautiful success stories. I would also love to give your business some free visibility so I can feature you on my podcast as well as in my upcoming book if you go to wealthywomaneveryday.com/spotlight. You'll also find a link on this podcast episode. So go ahead, let's get your business visible and enjoy the rest of the success story interviews. Bye for now.